All right, it looks like we are live. Let me make sure my audio is good. Let me make sure the Rodecaster Procaster 2 thingy is doing what it's supposed to do. It looks like it's good. We're going to get some high quality, super duper feel good techno going on in here. Some of that feel good techno, because I know everybody's not feeling that great right now. Everybody's running around looking like Ricky Bobby. All right, they're not happy. They're not happy. Why are they not happy? Because Bitcoin's going down, man. Bitcoin's going down.
Mr. Bobby, come on down here. Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
This is going downhill.
Call Tom Cruise, man. Call the devs. Call the devs. Why is Bitcoin not going up? Well, it's because S&P's going down, man. It's not hard to figure out, you know? It's like S&P's going up. Bitcoin goes down and S&P goes down. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Don't shoot the freaking messenger, man. Put your finger pistols away. Keyboard warriors. Boom. Draw down within the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of the video. That might be a record. Tomorrow I'm going to draw down on everybody immediately. Okay? See how it goes. See how it goes. If you're in the premium Discord, if you're in the premium VIP Nordic Alpha trading room, man, you would have known to short. Okay? I don't know what to tell people. I don't know what to tell you. I can't call it. I can't call it. I posted this setup yesterday. We made yesterday and the day before. We made 1.4K in 2 days off of this. Posted it right here. Boom, right there. Make or break levels. Short is in profit. This is where we called it out. This is where we took some profits. And then today we obviously took ultimate profits right here. Boom, $1,300. And I'm now in another profitable short position right now. I'm not logged into the exchange. It logged me out like literally a few minutes ago. I don't know if you can see this. $700 in profit, 1 Bitcoin short, 20x leverage, $4,000 position, 16% return on equity right now. We'll see where it runs, man. We'll see where it runs. It's make or break, dude. This is make or break for Bitcoin, baby. I hate to be the guy that says that. But, you know, dude, it is bullish news from here. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. The S&P being down, right? That's dragging Bitcoin down. Look what the S&P is doing right now. Right? S&P's going down. Okay. We get it. I gave this trade out in the Discord or in the private trading room, but we never got there. Right? If you want access to the private trading room, let me know in the comments section. If we get, at least a few dozen people that want access to it, I'll open it up to the public, right? Until we get, a few dozen people that are consistently saying, yeah, I want in, we're going to keep it closed. And also I'm building a couple other things that are for that community specifically to deliver value to them and to help them if they do indeed get into it. So that's the other thing. So, in any case, just keep telling me that you want it, man. I promise you, we'll bring it to you. R. Gilbert, he says, we want the premium, son, but I want to be able to pay with Cardano. Can't pay with Cardano, R. Gilbert. How to join the Nordic Wolfpack. Tim Schwally, we are going to open that up to the public once we get enough people that say that they want it, right? We've got 36 people. We got 3 dozen people here from Twitter. If you're here from Twitter, and you want to get into that and get those calls and stop missing $1,300 profits overnight and stop missing $2,000 overnight profits. Literally, this was an hour-long trade. This was an hour-long $4,000 trade. We made $2,000 on. These were, $700 profit in 5 hours, okay? You made over $100 per hour to just come in and watch a 3-minute video. Huh? Where's my girl? Where's my girl at? Huh? 1.5K profits. I mean, this is all like this week too. In less than 13 hours, you made $100 per hour just watching this trade, man. That's all I'm saying. If you want access to it, let me know in the comments section. I appreciate you. Let's see what we got in the comments section. Yeah, you know I'm getting tired of making my gold charts. I wouldn't mind some help. I got you, bro. Can robots join? Tim Schwally. I do not believe if robots have money, they can, right? $29 a month. That's all it is. Less than $1 a day. Come in here and make some ridiculous gains, man. Ridiculous gains, man. And it's not just me doing TA in there. There's a second person doing TA too. His name is the boss. It's a play on words of break of market structure, BOS, break of market structure. It's my guy. He lives about 2 hours north of me in South Florida as well. He's a real person, not some weirdo, and he'll gladly continue to do his thing. Now, here's the make or break. Make or break on Bitcoin, okay? Everybody knows about this level. If you've been watching this channel for long enough, you know about this level. I'll take the very dramatic arrow off, okay? I'll take it off. This is make or break right here. These levels right here. Make or break for Bitcoin, okay? So if you look, we've got a falling wedge, okay? What do falling wedges do? Well, you normally, let's just say normally, they come in during a, dude, just give me the brush, man. What is going on? They come in during a downtrend, and then they start to make higher or lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then they coil up, and then eventually what they're supposed to do is break out. Now, here's the only bad thing. This one came in an uptrend, so it's looking more like a bear or a bull pennant. It's looking more pennanty, right? But it's not, okay? It's not. So my point is that we could be coming down here, right, to about $72,000, $72,000, okay? There's a lot of liquidity down there. There's a lot of longs that were leveraged, leveraged longs down there. And yeah, man, there's just a lot of orders down there for people that are trying to get into long positions, right? So this is make or break for Bitcoin. If you can get above this level, back test it, I mean, you're coming up here, right, to about $120,000 on Bitcoin, right? It's going to set new all-time highs, pretty much guaranteed, if you break out of this pattern, right? Now, when do you break out of this pattern? We don't know yet. This is on the daily chart, but as you can see, it's been very well respected. It's been very well respected, right? And if we came down there within the next 2 days, it's bringing us to 73K, right? 73K. You come down there by the end of the week, which is Sunday. Yep, about 73K is where you would bounce from. And, that's that. So in any case, let's see what else we got. So if you look at this, this is what is called the local volume profile, okay? From basically when we took this massive dump, okay? When we took this massive dump here and set lower lows, like significantly lower lows. So if you measure this, right, all the way over to the end of it, you will see that we are at the point of control right now, and we're struggling to stay above it. Bang, 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 lost it, came back above it, came right back under it, and we're struggling to stay above it. Now, if you lose the point of control, the rule is you usually come down to the value area low. The value area low is right here at $80,800. My bias is we'll come down a little bit further than that, right? But we are setting higher lows, right? From just like a micro perspective. Okay. So I'm in a short. I'm going to continue holding my short. I've got profits to play with too. So I'm going to continue holding my short, but obviously my target is about $79,400, which is right here. And it's front running these lows right here, right? Those lows. Okay. So that's essentially what I'm doing right now. I don't see any bullish charting patterns that are really apparent right now, okay? Except for the ones that are on the massive, massive time frames. Okay, so let's show you what I mean. Okay, so this is the bull flag that is on the 1-day chart. Okay, this is a bull flag. If we bounce from the 0.618, which guess where it's at? Right at 72,500 bucks, baby. Right there. You bounce from the bottom end of this bull flag, boom, you're targeting $127,000 on Bitcoin. Okay, so things are not super bearish right now. They're bearish in the short term, absolutely, I get that, but they are not bearish long term. Now, the one other thing that you need to take into account is that inside of that 1-day bull flag, you are also seeing this little bear fliggity, right? So, where are we at? Get this thing off of here, man. It's friggin' Fibonacci. Okay. So, and actually, this is a 1-month bull flag, right? So if we bounce from here, boom, right? But let's just go back to the daily chart and I'll show you what the heck. What the hell going on here? What the hell? So there is a bear flag, massive bear flag, right? Inside of that bull flag, okay? And there's a decision point right here at about $86,000 and just under the 200 moving average, which is right here on the daily chart, which is at about 80, what is it? 87.5. So at the end, how did R. Gilbert get the 1-year subscription already? R. Gilbert, somehow he found it. Some other dude named something, I forget. R. Gilbert, if I see you in here, bro. If I see you in here. I swear. I bet you R. Gilbert is in here. Yes, he is. Chester is in here. Let's see who else is in here. This is the other person that just randomly got in there. Okay, R. Gilbert is not in here yet. But somehow this guy got into the Discord, already subscribed to it. Absolute legend. I don't know how he did it. I even said that. I said, welcome to Nordic Alpha, bro. You literally got in here before I even opened it up publicly. You're an animal. Okay, in any case, R. Gilbert, I don't know how you got in there, bro, but whatever. So in any case, we got to get above $87,000 to start being bullish, right? Start thinking bullish mentality. And ultimately, we need to really get above 89 grand, which is right here. These previous swing highs right here, okay, from this downtrend. Swing high, lower low, just a lower high, lower low. If we can set a higher high here and then a higher low, that's where we can start thinking about bullish nature. Now, we are trying to take out the 50 moving average, right? Which we're struggling with. As you can see, we are struggling with it. Is there, you know, kind of like a little bull flag? Maybe a little bit, right? But let's take all this other stuff off of here. I don't really think it's a bull flag. I think you could be doing, you know, almost like an inverted head and shoulders, right? You could be doing it almost like an inverted head and shoulders, like right here, right? Isn't that what I was talking about just the other day? If you come down here, probably $80,000, bounce from that Fibonacci level, boom, bang, 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 and then you're heading upwards, okay? So this is something to keep your eye on, okay? This would be bringing you to about 95, yeah, about 95 grand. I mean, that's not a bad day at the office if you can get there, okay? Where's the other inverted head and shoulders? I know I had one. Maybe not. Okay, so that's kind of the bullish case scenario for Bitcoin right now, right? Is, you know, maybe if you can get this inverted head and shoulders, you know, we'll see. But that, again, remember that inverted head and shoulders is coming down. It's coming inside of a massive, massive falling wedge where you're getting a rejection from the top line. You could come back down here and test the bottom again, is all I'm saying. Not saying it's guaranteed to happen. I'm just saying you could come down here and test the bottom again, okay? So just be aware of that and be ready for that if it potentially happens. yeah, we'll see what happens. But in any case, you also kind of see like almost like a little bull flag here, right? Very small bull flag. Okay. Could you see that happen? Boom, boom. You know, bring you up to past the 100 moving average. That would get you into the promised land if you really think about it. R. Gilbert said his charts lead him to the promised land, and we will see if this chart leads us to the promised land. Okay. Obviously, you know that I am looking at a short right this second, but that doesn't mean that, you know, if we come down here and we set a higher low, that I'm not open-minded enough to flip long. Okay. I think everybody needs to be open-minded here and understand that, you know, they could be thinking about flipping long at these certain levels. Now, I want to talk about really quick Mantra. Mantra did some crazy wild stuff. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. And it is holding up. As we were talking about the other day, okay? We basically said, look, we need to hold up these two levels right here, 1 and 2, okay? It is holding it now, okay? It did get a nice little bounce. I did not trade this because this is your new chart, essentially. Like all of this stuff over here, all this stuff, this is dead. Don't even, this doesn't matter anymore, okay? Is my point. How do I get back here? Come on. What is going on? There we go. Okay, my bad. So Mantra is getting a little kind of like a bump up, right? But in any case, it's not doing too well, okay? Ooh, that's a bear pennant if I've ever seen one. But Drew, you said none of this stuff matters. Yeah, I know, man. I know I said that. I'm a liar. So sue me. That looks like a textbook bear pennant to me. Now, let's see what the target is on it. I want to show you guys. This is going to be funny, actually. If it breaks down here, here's your target. Negative $3.15, baby. Negative $3.15. What you know about that? Mantra's going to pay you to get out, right? They're going to say, yo, you owe us $3.15 more. Okay? Obviously, it's not going to negative $3.15, right? But here's my bias, okay? This is your pump, right? This is your pump. Where is we got to have a fib on this. Yep. We got a fib on that. Boom. Perfect. 0.618 retrace. Who wanted to bet me a kiss on the lips on that yesterday? Nobody, because they know they're going to be puckering up, baby. Pucker up, everybody. 0.618 retrace. Done. Dunzo. We call these things out every day, every single day. Bang. Damn. Killed it. If you would have hit that, boom, right? I'm too scared. I was too scared to trade that. I wasn't going to do it. But hey, if you somehow caught that, you had animal, right? So we got that fib retrace. We're getting caught up at the 0.382. Most likely scenarios, you go back down to the 0.236, right? Then you've got this, okay? We got to zoom in. What the hell? What the hell? All right. So this is crazy, man. You're literally sitting atop the 0.618, man. I mean, I can't make this stuff up, dude. I cannot make this stuff up. This is kind of a bull flag too, right? This is kind of a bull flag. So let's pull this stuff out of here first and foremost. $1 hour bear pennant, get that out of there. I don't think it's going to matter. And then what we can do is we can say, look, where was that fib? Okay. So let's call this the fib on Mantra. I mean, if you lose this level right here, you could be coming down to 27 cents. That's kind of the short target on Mantra right now. Okay. But in that same scenario, right? If you were to give me one second. If you were to break above this level, you could be coming to $1.80 on Mantra. Okay. It's a fair value gap, man. It's a fair value gap. Look at that fair value gap right there. It's massive, dude. ICT, man. ICT. You should trade ICT, man. You make a bunch of money. Pass. I get it. It's a fair value gap. No one thinks that that's a fair value gap. There's no fair value there, man. They literally, somebody screwed the pooch. Somebody did something. Somebody did something. CoffeeZilla's talking to them. That's never a good sign. Boom. Right? Fair value gap. So in any case, you know, $1.80, $1.81 long-term targets. That's a 2x from here, man. 2.5x, something like that. 2.5x. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. So again, you come down here to the 62 cent level. You got to hold it. This is your buy level right here. This is your kind of like buy block, right? In between 62 cents and 52 cents. That's it. It's that simple for Mantra, right? And if you get outside of it, guess what? That's your short level. And you're shorting down to about 27 cents. 27 cents. That's worth the price of admission by itself. BTC USD. Let's get back to the real stuff. Damn, dude. They do not want this thing to fall. Somebody's holding it up. They don't want to hold it down. So we swing failed these lows right over here, right? We formed a nice, like that was a good, those are good lows. Those are good lows. Then you came up, and then guess what? You swing failed these lows with some good lows, right? So are you going to come up even further, get another little, you know, upward trajectory? I don't know. But as it sits right now, this is a lower high. You also swing failed here, right? This is a lower high. Are you going to set another lower high, reject, and then actually take that stuff out? You could. But in any case, you really just want to stay above 82.6. That's really what it comes down to. 82.6 is these previous lows right here, right? And where the 200 moving average is. That's what it comes down to. Nordic is not live, but somehow people have found their way into it because I leak things accidentally, apparently. But yeah, it is not live yet, but people have somehow found their way into the Discord, which is crazy to me. Only one person so far, and R. Gilbert claims that he has, but he's not in there. He's not in there. He's lying, man. I'm calling him out on it. Dude, look at this trade on gold that I gave out again in that same Discord right here. Where's that? I keep almost leaking everything. I gotta scroll down. There we go. Yeah. So again, talked about this trade for like this entire week. Okay. And this thing is absolutely murdering it. We bought the literal bottom of this at $29.70, and we have ridden it all the way up to $3,340. Crazy. R. Gilbert, you probably need to go into the actual invite link and verify yourself then. That way you can actually get in. Like, that way you can actually get in there, dude. Because, yeah, you want to make sure that you're in there. In there like swimwear, baby. Oh, man. In any case, we called this gold trade out, and it's absolutely murdering it right now. Okay, what do people want me to look at in the comments section? What do people want me to look at? Let's check out what's going on. Now, at the end of the day, here's what's happening, okay? Bitcoin is still, Jesus. Bitcoin is still in a downtrend, okay? And so long as you don't get above this level, you need to close a daily candle above this level, okay? You need to close the daily candle basically above about $85,200. Call it 85.5 just to be safe, right? I would call it 86 grand just to be safe. Literally, right? That's what we really need, okay? So if you see that happen, okay, that's where we can start thinking about bullish nature. But you really got to get above this $88,000 range where the 200 moving average is on the daily chart. Now, if you look at the 4 hour, okay, same stuff's happening where you've regained the 200, you're banging on it. You're banging on it, right? So you're banging on this resistance 2-3 times. You're banging on the 200 moving average 1-2-3 times, right? So which one is going to give? Which one's going to break? Is it going to be the 200 or is it going to be this one? They have about the same probability of breaking because the 200 is angling upward, so it's easier to break it to the downside. This is angling downward, so it's easier to break it to the upside, but this is a long-standing resistance that has been banged on a bunch of different times, right? So in any case, if you break this right here, it only takes about another 100 or about another $1,000. It's 83,500, right? 83.5 is the 200 moving average, and 82.6 is where the 100 and the 50 is. So it only takes about $2,000 right here to lose all this stuff and start thinking about some seriously bearish nature, right? Secondarily, you would be losing these lows, right? And then you would be heading down towards, yep, you guessed it, these lows at the $78,500 range, which is why I'm setting my profit target at 79,300 or 79.4, something like that. So, I mean, that's the trades. That's the trades on Bitcoin. Either you reject here, you kick these levels out and you're shorting, or you get above this level, you start longing. Okay, you take out these highs. That's a good start. You take out these highs, you back test it, boom, you start longing. You take out these highs, boom, you come back, you use these highs as support, boom, you start legging up. That is the scenario from a market structure perspective of how you get up on Bitcoin right now. That is how we get out of this mess. That is how we get an altcoin season, crypto bubbles. That is how you turn this into all green. All green. There won't be any red here if that happens, right? Avalanche won't be at $19, right? Flare won't be at, friggin' 1.5 cents, okay? Ohm might still be down here, at 77 cents. But my guess is Ohm is going to make a comeback if Bitcoin pumps really hard. My guess is Ohm makes a pretty critical comeback as well. Tim Schwally says the 1 hour stochastic RSI is oversold. 4 hour stochastic RSI is overbought. So confusing. Yeah. It is confusing, bro. It is confusing. You do need the Nordic Alpha server for stuff like that. That's why I stick a lot more to market structure than I do these oscillators. These will help you determine things, but they also aren't going to tell you exactly what to do, right? But the candles and the market structure will, okay? So yeah. I'm seeing that the stochastic just got out of overbought or oversold territory. Now we're heading upwards, right? And then the 1 hour RSI or 1 hour stochastic, you're correct, was super overbought. It sold off. Now it's getting a signal line crossover, but it could just get ripped right back down, right? That's what happens a lot of times, actually. And same thing here, RSI starting to curl over. Does it get a signal line crossover to the downside? It definitely could. And as you can see, it is setting lower highs. So it is trending downwards. It's not liking these levels. Could come right back down here. If it takes out this low, bad news. If it takes out this low, even worse news, because you're probably going to head into this area. And that's when you're going to start hitting, the 70 I'd say this is probably the 78K area. This is probably where you get down to about 74, 75. And this is where you'll get to about, is this the hourly chart? Nah, never mind. Let's look at the 4 hour. Okay, so I would say this is probably your 78K area, right? You start taking out that low, you're looking at probably your 79K area right there. If you look here, you will see this will probably be like your 74K area. If you get your RSI all the way back down here, man, that's where you're thinking previous lows, right? And those previous lows being here, right? It's the last time you visited that area. We were at 74K, boom, 74K, right? So, yeah. All right, let's look at some altcoins. My main man, Billy Wiggle. Billy's in here. I met this person in person. I've met Billy in person. Dude's a legend. He is from Florida, just like me. XRP. G Wood on the drums. He says he needs some XRP in his life, baby. Okay. You might be getting that inverted head and shoulders, man. You might be getting that inverted head and shoulders that we were talking about. This could be coming down to it. It could be coming down to it. Could you have already gotten it, right? Could you have already gotten it here? And then you didn't ever get your entry opportunity down here. So we basically said, look, you come down here. This is where you're thinking about longing. I'm still staying here. Okay. I'm saying here's where you long. Okay. You set your stop loss below these lows. Okay. Right here. That is it. That is all. You're longing to the top end of this trend channel. As you can see, this trend channel has been very well established for a very long time. Okay. So here's your inverted head and shoulders, right? We can turn that off, right? Why is this not in there? Wrong trend line. Yo, what is going on? Where's the other trend line for this? Am I smoking crack? What is going on? There it is. Daily levels. Okay. All right. So as you can see, we have a downward sloping trend channel. Okay. If you come down here and you bang off of the low end of this must hold zone. Okay. Because now you've taken out all these fair value gaps to the T perfectly. This was a fair value gap, right? Right to here. Boom. You've taken it out. This was a fair value gap right here from here to here. You took that out almost immediately, right? Now, did you need to wait until all the way over here to take out that fair value gap? No, but you have taken it out in any case. So here's my point. You smack into the bottom end of this must hold zone. You hit the $2 range. You start targeting right up here, okay, to about $2.42, right? And then same thing. If you lose that level, your next serious support is right here at about $1.50. Do you go below that? I don't know. I mean, $1.50 to $1.30 is probably about as low as XRP is going to go unless we get into a bear market. Okay. So it's an extremely lucrative longing opportunity down here if you can get that, right? And then you target, obviously, these previous pivot highs. Bing, bang, boom. That's that. Pretty simple, right? That's that. And then you just keep riding it up to the all-time highs. Boom, leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. But you really need to take out the top end of this channel, which is right here at about $2.37. So until you get above there, you're not thinking about new all-time highs until you get above there. That's my point. Okay. So that is XRP in a nutshell. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Let's turn some of this stuff off. What are these fibs? Yeah, I mean, you'd be targeting about $2.72, man. Damn, dude, that would have been such a sick trade right here at $1.60. Wouldn't worry about that. I would be worrying more about this. This swing high to this swing low. Okay. Right here to this swing low. You got a perfect 0.618 retrace on that, man. Honestly, now I would want to say, okay, bring this down here. What I would now want to see is what's the retrace on this. Yeah, you're not even to the 0.382 yet. You get a retrace. Yeah, it's tough, dude. I mean, I would say 0.5, you know, $2 to $1.93 is a pretty good place. I would even set this stop loss a little looser now that I know this, right? And call it a day. That's what I'm looking at on XRP right now. Crow. Yeah, so you're almost hitting the 0.786 yet again, right? You definitely didn't play out that bull flag. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, rejection at the 0.382. You're now below the 0.236. I mean, this is trending up. That is the good news for you. Like, I mean, you've got your low, your high, your higher low, your higher high. Actually, it would probably be your higher high all the way over here. Then you have your higher low. Are you going to set a higher high up here? You know, if you can reclaim this, you'd be targeting right about there, right? But here's the thing. You got a lot of stuff in your way in order to get there. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you've got the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, right? So then you've got the 200 and the 100. So once you get above about 9 cents, that's where you start to think about bullish nature. Until then, you're not really thinking too bullish. Let's look at the daily chart. Yeah, I mean, once you get above 9 cents, the 21 SMA will be, you know, down below that. It's almost calling for it, man, like that it's going to go up there, right? But it definitely can fall further, right? But as it sits right now, I mean, you're kind of in a bear flag, which, you know, be that as it is, kind of sucks, you know. Right? And that could take you to astronomically low levels. But I don't think these things are going to play out, to be honest with you. I really think that a majority of these charting patterns, it could go to 5 cents. Yeah, maybe it could go to 5 cents. I think the majority of these charting patterns, I think that they don't necessarily play out because they're on such large time frames that I think the market's going to turn around before that happens. Okay. So that's Crow in a nutshell, right? I would be bullish above 9 cents. And also, you do have like a nice little kind of uptrend here, right? If you look, you do have like kind of a nice little uptrend right here, right? That you caught from the bottom, right? Let's save this bear flag. So, I mean, that's it. You know, that's really what it comes down to is that, you know, you do have a nice little uptrend. Okay. So you bounce from here, you're looking good, but you got to get above 9 cents. That's really what it comes down to. So Crow, Solana. I know you want Solana. Everybody wants Solana. Bang! 0.618 and 786 retrace, dude. Lethal. Lethal. Every single time. every single friggin' time. And guess what you also did? You bounced off of the support level almost perfectly. Boom, right? Just nutty levels. Yeah, our levels are pretty lethal, man. You know, boom, boom. This is your ultimate, like, you do not ever want to go below this. 84 cents, you never want to go below that, okay? You had a nice fat bounce off of this, and you're looking at an inverted head and shoulders potentially, okay? I'm just going to draw it. I'm just going to chicken scratch this. Boom. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Keep your minds out of the gutter, all right? Whoops. Keep your minds out of the gutter. Let's measure it. Pause. Let's not measure it. $1.65, man. $1.65. Yeah, I mean, if you get above $136, you get above $137 essentially, and you close a 4-hour candle with a confirmation candle above it, and then you come up here and you back test it, boom, you're blasting, okay? Then all you got to do is take out this high right here. You've already gained the moving averages. Solana's looking good, man. Solana's looking good. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen, because if you come down here and you lose the 0.618 and the 0.5 and you back test this resistance, you're looking for downside, okay? So those are your two scenarios. You got to get above this, but if you get below this, it's bad news, okay? That's it. BSC, I assume you mean BNB. I don't know if we've done any TA on BNB. I mean, to be honest with you, Binance has been one of the stronger ones this run. Like, Binance coin has been super strong. So yeah, I mean, like, you're looking at an uptrend here. To be honest with you, like, you're looking at an uptrend. Pretty cut and dry, you know? It's a nice little uptrend, man. So long as you stay above $530, you're still looking bullish, man. You're still looking bullish right now. This is on the daily chart too, right? So, I mean, you are setting lower highs though, but you're setting the same lows for the most part. Here's the one thing that sucks about this, okay? This is a descending wedge, or a descending, descending triangle, essentially, right? So let's cut this off. And the problem with this is that you're consistently setting lower highs, but you're setting the same lows, right? So what you can do is you can measure this. I mean, just call it, I don't know, something like this. If you break down below, about 530, 540 bucks, you're probably going to come back down here and test this low right here at about 400 bucks. Okay. So that's kind of your target. Okay. Now, if you can break outside of this, okay, if you break outside of here, you're looking for some bullish nature. Call it, I would say, in the same realm. You're going to come up here and test this high. Boom. Right? So $733. So, I mean, Binance has got some big moves coming. It's squeezing right now. It's squeezing right now. So look at that Cardano, baby. We got our Gilbert in the chat. He says, look at that Cardano, bruh. Look at the Cardano, bruh. All right, let's check it out. 4-hour chart. Let's clean some of this stuff up. Okay. You might come up here and get up above this. You back test it and you blast, man. But here's what happens. If you get a rejection here, this is in play. This is in play. If you reject here at 62 cents, man, and you get below this on the 4 hour, even the 1 hour chart, right? Look at this. Like now, if you get above it, you can set your stop loss below these previous lows or these now newly established swing lows, okay? But if you don't get above this, man, this is short city. This is short city, okay? And as we said, you test this, boom, you're blasting up. You enter along here. You would have been able to enter that back there. We came back, we fell under it, boom. We got to get back above it, back test it, enter along, okay? That's what I'm seeing on Cardano, at least, right this second, okay? Now, let's see if there's any trend channels, anything crazy. Woo! Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you lose this, it's bad news, bro. It's bad news, big bad news, terrible news, horrible news. It's not the worst news, but it's definitely not the greatest. Put it like that. Yeah, I mean the levels stay the same, man. End of the day. Let me zoom in really quick and I'll show you what's going on with the fib. You're at the 0.5. If you don't bounce here at 57 cents, it's bad news. You're bouncing here, okay? And I'm going to take that off of here. I'm going to take all these other things off because you know what's going on, R. Gilbert. But if you look, you had a little uptrend going, right? And now you've broken it, okay? So if you take out this low at about 58 cents, man, that's where you got to start thinking about bearish nature and writing this channel down, okay? This channel right here, or this trend line, okay? And that's where you're going to be targeting 46 cents, 41 cents. That's Cardano in a nutshell. The trading room won't be ready for about 2 weeks, okay? But a couple of people have figured out how to get in there. So if you figure out how to get in there, I'm not going to say nothing, you know, because the internet is the internet, man. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. I appreciate you, dog. No worries. Let's look at BTC really quick, and then we'll get off of here. Still capitulating, I see. Come on, man. Do something. Yeah, bro, it's all good. I'm still posting everything in there as it sits right now. You're going to get all the levels. You're going to get all that Bitcoin TA. Like, you're going to get the S&P TA. You're going to get the equities, which is S&P. And then you're going to get gold TA, right? And then you're also going to get TA from my other guy, right? Who is, you know, the boss, BOS. He's in there doing his TA too as well. So yeah, I mean, it's all good that you got it, bro. Go ahead and get in there. And Buamio, just because you've been asking for it for, you know, quite a while, you can go ahead and check it out if you want to, dog. Just go to drewwolfer.com. There you go. Right. That's the only leak I'm doing. That's it. That's all anybody's getting out of me. Go to drewwolfer.com and get in there. So with that being said, yeah, anybody can go. Feel free to get in. Yeah. Bitcoin is doing what it's doing, man. If we get a rejection right here, I do believe that we're going to come down to this value area low. That is my opinion. Okay. We have reclaimed probably the point of control. Okay. But we're having a hard time keeping it. That's the problem. Right. So we need to see what happens here at this point of control and at this level. If we can't hold this level, man, we're coming here. I promise you. Coming right to about $80,800. Okay. And in my opinion, probably becoming more down here, right? About $79,000 to these previous lows, okay? So keep that in mind. But once you get above this, okay, you back test it and you actually bounce. And I mean like really bounce. Like here, you just got sucked right back into it, right? Here, you just got sucked right back into it, way back here. Here, sucked right back into it, right? Again, you know, you got up above it and you tried to back test it, boom, sucked right back in. Got up above it, boom, sucked right back in, right? So that's the problem. You got to get an actual bounce. This is not a break and retest. This is just, I barely got above it. I stayed above the line. Here's my break, right? Here's my actual break. Here's my retest, boom, fell below it, right? So, R. Gilbert, I think you're in the wrong place, my friend. Yeah, it's $29 a month, bro. And then you can get, I'll just show you. Is this where you got it? Is this where you got it, R. Gilbert? Where, I don't know. I don't understand where you got it, right? But you go into this, it'll show you. Yeah, $23.20 a month. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because that's, you bought the year membership. So the way that you do it, you just click on it, you know, and then you can do 12 months, 20% off. That way you don't have to pay $29 every single month. You do it in one lump payment, whatever, and it gives you, boom, you know, a $6 a month discount almost. So yeah, you're right. $23.20 a month. Yeah, you got it. You did the right thing. Buamio, that's how you do it, by the way. Have at it, man. So yeah, with that being said, I will see everybody in the next video. Let's see what happens overnight with Bitcoin. And let's see if it does what I think it could potentially be ready to do, right? We know the levels. We know where we need to break out from. We know what we need to either reject or break out above. Jesus, why is this taking so long? How far back did I scroll? Boom, you see it. Here's the break and retest. That's where you start blasting. You get the rejection here. Boom, you're coming down here. So you want the levels. There's the levels, right? With that being said, yeah. Yeah, I think you're in the wrong place, bro. I would go get a refund on whatever it was that you just paid for, because it wasn't my community. I can promise you that. So with that being said, everybody have a good rest of your day. We will see how this plays out over the weekend. If you want to join the Nordic Alpha private trading room so that you can make those $1,300 gains like what we were just talking about, feel free to do it. I just leaked it. Everybody can join. We're building more stuff. It'll be up and running. All the other stuff will be up and running within the next 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, you're still going to get, you know, all the crypto TA, all the metals TA, all the equity TA. You're going to get the P&Ls, you know, where I show, you know, all my transparent trades. You're going to get Bitcoin, altcoin futures, Forex, all from the boss, you know, over here. He's going to give you charts and stuff like that as well. And, you know, do whatever you want to do. If you want to join, have at it. I guess I just kind of opened the floodgates, unfortunately. So with that being said, I will see everybody in the next video. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'm not putting a link to it in the description. If you figure out how to get in there, great. It's not ready, or I'm not ready yet. So I want 2 more weeks before I actually start, you know, promoting it to people. But if you figure out a way to get in there, I will see you in there. Everybody have a good day. Peace.